Captain Mango Shaker. I'm ready to explode.
Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And we have been reanimated.
And welcome back to Mind Breakers.
Yes, the show that brings the dead probably to a worse death. I don't know.
Well, it's to some state of reanimation.
No, we can't really bring people back from the dead. It's just kind of like what's dead must just eternally not lie, I guess.
What's dead? That which...
that which is dead.
That is
the eternal lie. For with life strains, eons, even death may die, or whatever.
Something along those lines. Anyway, we are watching an H.P. Lovecraft movie, sort of, called Beyond Reanimator.
It is the sequel to Reanimator. We have Reanimated.
Well, it's a
before.
sequel to Bride of Reanimator.
Oh yeah, it's true. Bride of Reanimator came before this.
This is from 2003.
Yeah. I forget the context. Basically, the sequel lineage. Something.
After 13 years in prison, the mad scientist from Reanimator, 1985, gets a new chance to experiment with the arrival of a young prison doctor who secretly hopes to learn to reanimate dead people. Good intentions turn to horror.
Secretly wants to reanimate people?
Someone who isn't.
Yeah. And
the other one
finds out. He finds out that this prison doctor wants to bring people back from the dead also.
It stars the boy, the man himself, the asshole with the Uzi, Jeffrey Combs.
Of course.
He's returning. And this is not the last.
This is not the last Reanimator movie?
This is not the last Reanimator.
What's the last Reanimator?
There's a fairly recent one that came out I think.
Yeah, sure, they did make
Curse of Reanimator.
Yeah. Forgot about that one. Does Jeffrey Combs come back for that one too?
Indeed.
Yeah, he kind of has to.
He won't let anyone else play the Reanimator, because he's the Reanimator.
Yeah, that's for sure. And for good reason, I guess. I wonder if, speaking of good reason, I wonder if the prison doctor is going to have a good reason to bring the dead back to life.
One can only hope not.
I hope it's the worst reason ever, so we can laugh at it.
Good reason would be, like, there are no good reasons, because even like, oh, my wife or my daughter died in this horrifying accident or was murdered, you're not going to get that person back. And bad reason, I want to take over the world!
No, I think the bad thing about it is that they're a prison doctor. And anyone in prison that's dead should fucking stay dead, I think.
Yep.
Because if they're dead, it's probably for a fucent reason.
Or
that's a better reason than yours.
Possibly we can have this as a standby in case, because they have sent people to death row and then flipped the switch and then found out later, oh wait, shit, wrong person.
That's all the time. That's just a byproduct of justice, man.
Yeah, that's why justice is a myth and has to be taken down.
They say justice is blind, okay? But it can be heard.
It's a shockingly bad shot, is justice. Anyway, let's watch Beyond Reanimator.
Yeah, let's get some giggles out for the dead.
But can Beyond Reanimator get beyond Thunderdome?
I think it's beyond reason.
Let's just fucking watch the movie.
We've said reason way too many times in this intro.
Dr. Phillips?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Lord Brenda.
Doctor, you made a request to have a particular inmate working with you in the infirmary.
Let's get on the table carefully. Clear!
Hi, I'm Laura Olney. I'm a journalist. Do you remember what Dr. West did to you?
Stay away from him!
Who was the guy who was helping you today?
Dr. Herbert West. I want to work with you. Going from rat to rat is okay, but transferring from species to species, it's not right.
Nanoplasm is a completely neutral energy. It's the same in rats, dogs, human beings.
Throughout history, man has searched for the secret to immortality.
She's not getting any fresher.
One doctor has found it.
It was a theory.
But is it worth it?
Awesome! Big green shit! Rocks! Dead! No!
Welcome to a world where death is just the beginning. A young doctor with a secret past. A beautiful, ambitious journalist. A sadistic warden. A model prisoner. And Herbert West, the Reanimator. Beyond Reanimator, he's at it again.
That shit went hard. That movie was fucking weird.
There's still one question though that's unanswered.
What?
Will the serum work on a black person?
Yeah.
I guess there's one way to find out.
The movies actually haven't answered that question yet.
It hasn't.
No.
I wonder if it'll be answered in the fourth movie.
Yeah, there is Curse of Reanimator.
So, this one was pretty good. I liked it.
It was fun. It was very fun.
Yeah.
I think because
interesting.
The other two were based on the short story.
Yeah.
Well, the main part of Bride of Reanimator wasn't, but it had elements. But this is them going on their own fucking direction.
Which is how it should have been, honestly, from the second one onward. Like, first one was just like, yeah, okay, let's just like reference the short story, make a thing.
Yeah.
The second one should have just been its own thing.
Oh yeah, because the short story Herbert West very much dies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't expressly die, but he gets dragged off through a wall by a legion of zombie monsters created by one of his escaped creations.
That put aside,
you can kind of assume they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it in the movie because it's a franchise.
Yeah, and you want to keep having franchises, and
exactly
you can kill off your Jasons or your fucking Michael Myerses. You can't really kill off the zombie doctor.
Yeah, the dude making the Zambinguses.
Because the only person who could bring him back is him, and now he's dead. So
yeah, they kind of need him.
Yeah.
In order to make more of the juice.
Exactly.
It's like, otherwise, they don't know how to make the juice.
This hasn't done what I've been worried every sequel's going to do yet.
Which is?
Give the ingredients for the zombie juice. Because I feel if you bring any fucking hard science into this whatsoever, it's going to fall apart.
Don't make it so that the ingredients of, or like the steps of how to make the dead juice is at all brought up.
Have it be like he got the idea for the flux capacitor when he bonked his head on the fucking bathroom sink.
You could explain why they're doing it, but they kind of already have. In the first movie, it's like, no, I've just been fascinated and been working at this, and with the
it's powered by uranium. It goes at 88 miles per hour, and what makes time travel possible? The flux capacitor. Well, what's that made of? It's made of the flux capacitor. It's just the flux capacitor.
It is the thing. This is Reanimator juice.
Yep.
This is the serum.
We begin in 1990.
1995?
Well, it's 13 years later to 2003, so presumably.
It's 1995.
1995.
So there's...
Two kids are having a camp out in a tent, and there's like, oh, this guy killed people. I have this eyeball. Actually, it's a sheep's eye.
Yeah, and it's a one-armed Zambingus comes into the
house.
Okay,
one arm, but no jaw whatsoever, and it's a beautiful effect. Tom Savini would be proud. Greg Nicotero would golf clap.
It's a very good effect.
Very good.
The tongue moving around and stuff. It's a good touch.
It reminds you a lot of Dr. Tongue from Day of the Dead.
Pretty much.
But if you got more than just a pan up of the guy.
He's drinking milk.
Yeah, he's pouring milk after he murders the sister. After he murders the sister, he's pouring milk down his gullet, and then cops storm in, shoot the milk, and then shoot him.
Hey, it's a very dangerous weapon in the wrong hands, milk. Okay,
makes bones strong.
It makes your bones super strong. Okay, that can't be This cannot continue.
In the wrong hands.
There's a reason why every housewife in America needs some milk. It's very serious. It's an epidemic. The milk epidemic is the strongest drug craze in all the land.
Mr. T, it's all Mr. T's behind all of it.
Yep. Herbert West gets arrested.
Gets put in a cop car, and the kid sees him gets put in the cop car,
and
and
he picks up a syrup,
a vial of a syringe of the serum.
Yeah.
Which surprisingly he never uses for his entire life.
Yeah, I think he wants Herbert West's opinion before using it.
True.
Like, you don't want to just be using that shit unsupervised, because then you just get more situations like this. And it becomes a vicious cycle. But honestly, Herbert West should really be, like, more fucking concerned with where he's just leaving his dropped vials.
Yeah.
Even if he's just getting arrested. Like, he had one of those things loose. Like,
You'd think
it
he'd
comes right next to the fucking car.
You'd think he'd at least invest in, like, kind of a bandolier thing to just keep the syringes secure.
Well, that's why, man. Like, if with some fucking prep and, like, the right fucking set, he would be perfect as, like, just fucking, like, this, like, big action hero.
But bringing corpses back to... Just a scientific necromancer.
Pretty much. With big old necromancer energy.
I mean, he already is a scientific necromancer.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, fucking, like, Shang Tsung levels of villain. Basically. Like, as if he wasn't already.
He'd build the glove from Arkham Asylum for the Scarecrow glove, but of Reanimator Jews.
Dude, that'd be a combo, man. Fucking, like...
Jeffrey Combs did play Scarecrow once.
Yeah, for good reason. But, like, that would be a combo, man. Like, fucking Scarecrow
But it's 13 years later, Herbert West is in prison catching a rat so he can kill it with electricity and drain its... something called neuroplasm into a little vial.
Yeah.
And then give the rat back to a cholo who lives with a weird bald guy called Moses in the cell.
Yeah, Roberto is the Spanish guy, and the bald dude, fucking Moses. Moses basically, I don't know how, but like he was injected by the fucking juice.
That happens later.
Yeah, but like at some point, like he's just going crazy, man.
Yeah,
he's losing his shit.
Well, I think he's just crazy beforehand.
Probably.
But he's angry. He's really, really angry at West because West killed his rat.
Sorry. So, the doctor comes.
The guard comes first. Like, here's you're being reassigned. You have is that a rat back there? You have your powers of observation are dubious.
Dubious. Yeah.
And he just keeps saying dubious for the rest of the movie.
And then the doctor shows up. Fucking Howard, Dr. Howard, whatever.
Yep.
He shows up. He's assigned for the infirmary.
Yep.
And
because
it's with the warden.
Because Howard Phillips, Dr. Howard Phillips, played by Jason Barry.
Okay.
He was the kid who saw West locked in the car.
Yeah, he explains this to Herbert West when he gets on his detail. Because he assigns Herbert West to work with him in the infirmary due to understaffing. This is somehow passed off by the fucking warden,
who is Hispanic Andrew Ryan.
Yeah, he carries around a cane. He's got the mustache and everything.
There's a reporter called Laura doing a story on prisons.
Laura Laney or whatever.
Laura Laney.
Yeah.
She is so overtly sexually forward with Dr. Howard Phillips the first time they meet that Nicole Kidman from Batman Forever is telling her to calm the fuck down.
It gets to that point.
No, immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Immediately they're like that.
Yeah, almost like right away. He's like coughing when she asks him about like his tools and whatever.
Because she's making it obviously a sexual innuendo.
Yeah, of course. But like, he walks in on them, like, the warden and the reporter talking about fucking the electric chair.
Yep.
It's like, the warden's like, I don't believe in
Rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation.
I make them sit in the chair so
This
they
works.
know I have power over them.
Yeah. He's like, the electric chair.
And then
that works.
Moses presumably snorts a Tony Montana level of cocaine because he's having a heart attack while covered in white powder.
Is that actually what's killing him?
I think they said he had a heart attack, and we see him covered in white powder.
Jeez.
So one can assume.
How does he get his hands on that much cocaine?
No idea. There's also like this drug guy with Lenin glasses who's hanging around.
Yeah, he's basically like fucking like Tommy Chong over here. Fuck.
He reminds me. Yeah, that's good. He's Tommy Chong.
Pretty much Tommy Chong.
But he's Hispanic, so I guess he's more.
No, he is. He looks more like Tommy Chong.
True.
But like, just because he's Spanish doesn't make him cheat.
Fair. He also looks a bit like Bill Moseley in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Doing fucking fucking
Chophead.
Chophead with the fucking with the Sonny Bono.
Yeah.
So fucking Baldy Moses fucking dies.
So they bring him to the med bay. So Herbert West injects him with the green goo.
And West is like, he's been dead he's been dead basically for the past 5 minutes. And it's like, but he was my patient. It's like, doesn't matter. Like, fucking, he's dead. That's it. Whatever. And then
this is cure for death.
Yeah, exactly. He tells West, it's like, yeah, I was the kid that the sister died and I saw you, basically. And he's like, oh, okay, how come you brought me over here and stuff?
I want to learn how to bring the dead back to life.
Man. Which is a pretty bad reason, because he already saw what the fuck happened to his sister. So
what are we going to do tonight, Dr. West? The same thing we do every night. Try to take over the world!
Herbert and the West.
Herbert and the West.
Fucking Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
and Herbert West.
That would be an interesting crossover.
Yes, it would.
I mean, if Ash crossed over with Marvel Zombies, why not?
Yeah. So like, this whole kind of like fucking situation happens with the warden. He shows up and he's like, this is some fucking nonsense.
Because
like,
obviously it does work. It brings Moses back, but he's like, he's all berserker mode.
Yeah, he's like ooga booga, and then he's like, this guy's supposed to be fucking dead. Whatever. Herbert,
and he bites the warden's ear off.
Yeah, and like he sends West and like a bunch of other people, basically like declares lockdown. He waves his finger around and declares lockdown.
Like, you will never see the outside of this prison, the outside of these walls for the rest of your natural life. Mm-hmm. We're just like, dude, you don't have that authority. You're just the warden.
I love that. I love that logic, though. It's one of the best things ever.
Just see him walking around. You life sentence. You death row. You're cool. You can go home.
Yeah, Howard and Laura just fucking have dinner together.
And then fuck.
They meet and fuck.
Yep.
And then the next day they also get together and bang. Mm-hmm. But Herbert does something.
He has this thing called neuroplasm.
Yeah,
and he uses it to put
soul juice, basically.
Soul juice to inject into a rat he brings back with the reanimation juice, and he puts the soul juice into it so it calms the fuck down.
Yeah,
and then he gives this back to Roberto. He's like, "Hey, I got your rat."
Mm-hmm. So it's like, rat juice, soul juice.
Yep.
Gets taken from one life to bring another life back to normal.
Yes.
But he's only tried this on rats.
Yes.
So the second this is applied onto a person, it is suggested that entire person's personality is then injected into the dead person.
No, that's what happens. But Herbert West has no idea about this.
Yeah, but it's like...
Because he hasn't tested yet.
Yeah, because like he's thinking about it from a purely scientific perspective.
He doesn't believe in the soul.
Yeah, even though like fucking Howard is like, this is soul juice. He's like, this is unethical.
Oh, shut up, we're scientists.
Yeah, exactly. But like, he's like, this is unethical. Because it's like you're literally just taking one life in order to bring stability to another.
And you're working with a prisoner to bring back the dead. What part of where do ethics come into this?
It's a fucking hilarious dynamic, honestly. That's kind of what makes this movie good. Sorry.
Thank you.
So, I was about to eat another shit, guys. Sorry.
Who's about to big crunch cookie?
I was about to
like
crunch
fucking
cookie,
Pat.
So, fucking he tells the reporter, "Hey, go do reporter things. Go take risks."
And
fucking,
the warden's like, "Get the fuck out!" And the warden, "Stay the fuck out of my prison."
Warden, stay the fuck out of your prison.
Eventually, the warden is talking to Moses. And this is when Moses bites his ear off, actually. And well, the reporter's there because the reporter wants to talk to Moses as well. She bribes the guard. The guard leaves. The dubious guard leaves. The warden comes in.
The dubious
and
guard.
the warden beats because obviously Moses attacks the warden, so the warden beats him to death.
Yeah, she goes in to go see fucking Baldy.
Yep.
Then the warden goes in to see Baldy.
Yep.
And she's getting attacked by Baldy, and fucking warden just starts beating the shit out of Baldy as hard as possible.
And then
she dies.
No, first he sexually assaults her.
Yeah, that's
makes her bark, then kills her.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you could have just killed her without doing that, dude.
Yeah, she dies though.
So they bring her back to life with the science juice.
Yeah, of course. Fucking Howard is just like, no.
And I'm gonna put this rat soul in her brain. No, you're not gonna put a rat soul in her brain. I'm gonna put the rat. No, don't put the. Fine, I won't put the rat soul in her brain. I'll put. Oh yeah, the warden. We killed the warden. Let's put his soul in her brain.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she gets warden's soul and guard soul.
Yep.
She gets the guard soul too. So yeah, they both get fucking injected into her. Warden gets rat soul. The guard gets fucking...
The guard gets fucking choked out by psychotic Moses before because he's back up somehow.
Yeah, but he gets something.
He gets killed. They grab him and they unlock the cell doors.
Mm-hmm.
And all the prisoners are out.
It's a full-on riot. SWAT gets called in.
SWAT gets called in. They're late, as usual.
Me playing Ready or Not.
It turns out that the reporter Laura is now becoming the warden.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she kills all the people in the death house because they want to rape her.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, also they're like, it's like Roberto mostly. Mm. Roberto is like attacking her.
He gets literally torn in half.
Yeah, exactly. Like fucking, like trying to just molest her. She beats the hell out of him because she has the guard soul and the warden's soul in her. And they are unaware of what they are fucking with.
The warden's a zombie now and he's just walking around saying dubious.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty great. Then
Dr. West fights the warden because the warden's going all crazy. The warden, he wants...
Warden.
Warden Rat, the rat man.
Warden Ratburn.
Warden Ratburn sexually assaults Laura. He wants her to blow him. So he sticks his...
She bites his dick off.
And throws it. And then a rat just at one point runs away with the dick. For some reason.
This movie fucking cuts to the rat playing with the dick too many times.
They were proud of the dick they made.
So what? You shouldn't be that proud of it.
I'm surprised.
Be a grower, not a shower.
I'm surprised it's still hard after it gets bitten off.
Is it though?
Yeah. Pretty hard.
Well, this is not moving around. I'm pretty sure the original idea was to have it still moving.
But cocks don't work that way.
Yours doesn't.
I don't want to know any more about this.
It's fucking uncomfortable, man. Like, super uncomfortable. Holy shit. It's like...
So
Yeah,
Laura's
rat's
trying...
fucking nibbling on it and stuff. Oh, God.
Laura's trying to kill Philip, Howard Phillips.
She starts to beat the shit out of Howard. Because she's got the fucking warden brain in her. She's like, I was just a piece of ass to you.
Whenever she's in control, she's like, please fucking kill me. This is hell. Mm-hmm. This is a heinous
She's got
existence.
two guys' brains fucking screaming in hers. She's the woman with the screaming brain.
The sequel no one asked for.
Yes.
Bride
of the man with the screaming brain.
Oh, no, she was a robot, remember?
What, the bride of this man?
Yeah, his wife gets brought back as a robot.
I haven't seen the man with the screaming. Oh, wait, no, we did.
Yeah, we reviewed it. It was fucking weird.
I forgot that movie, man. I forgot everything about that movie.
It's better than Alien Apocalypse, but it's nowhere near Bubba Hotep or Evil Dead.
No, Bubba Hotep was fucking amazing. Bubba Hotep was so good.
So
I want to watch it again. I think it's on Tubi also.
Probably. If not, I have a DVD.
Yeah.
You can borrow my
This is on Tubi, so.
You can borrow my DVD if not. I have a DVD.
Yeah, I know. I might take you up on it.
Yeah, fair.
So yeah, fucking Roberto's torso somehow ends up on a rope.
Yep.
And he swings down on the rope and attacks Herbert West.
Yeah, he spider climbs along the wall.
He's fucking ridiculous. The amount of times he just
the drug man
flying off the fucking stairs at Herbert West.
Fucking Cheech,
swinging in.
Fucking Tommy Chong though.
Oh yeah, it is.
The one guy's killing the guard. Tommy Chong is he breaks into the medical office and finds this thing of pills, and he's just eating them like popcorn.
Yep, chomping them down, man.
And then he steals some reanimator juice and injects 2 or 3 vials into himself.
Yeah.
And then he just becomes a skeleton.
His stomach pops.
Yep.
And it's okay, yeah, he probably just straight up died. But because he's dead, he'll come back to life because he has the fucking reanimator juice in him, right?
He's just a skeleton now.
Even though he's popped and he's a skeleton, he's still fucking moving around and talking.
The best way to describe how this guy looks is if you've seen Return of the Living Dead, and if you haven't, shame on you, go watch Return of the Living Dead. It's on Tubi.
He looks like the Goo Man.
He looks like a fresh Tarman. Tarman is
Tarman.
Tarman's a pickle. He's a pickle.
He's a pickle man. He is a pickle. He is a pickle man.
This is the cucumber that becomes that pickle.
Chris Chan hates pickle men,
and everyone hates Chris. Everybody hates Chris.
Can we get a goo man, pickle man?
I hate to make that reference because Everybody Hates Chris was actually a really fun show back in the day.
It was.
So Herbert West fights the warden and slams him into the electric chair and electric chairs him.
Yeah. Fucking
Howard cuts her head off with a knife.
Yeah, cuts off
Laura's head.
And
then, but while he's mourning, Herbert steals his ID card.
Oh yeah, the SWAT team shoots Moses.
Yep.
Because he assaulted the nurse.
Yep.
And bit her tit off.
Yep.
And then he bit also another
he surrenders and then attacks. So they fucking kill him.
Yeah, he puts his hands up and then he bites the guard, the SWAT officer trying to arrest him. And then they shoot him to death.
The thing with him is it's implied by what he says. I think he was a cannibal before, and that's why he's in prison.
Oh yeah, probably.
He said, they got, he was...
he was even trying to confess.
Yeah, and he said, I had to eat it.
He was dying.
And he said, I had to eat it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was it's not that the zombie juice is... Because the zombie juice doesn't really do that in this.
Yeah.
But the zombie juice wasn't making him a cannibal. It was just taking away any shred of self-control he had.
No, for sure. He's like... But he was like, yeah, even trying to confess before when he died the first time. And it's like, yeah, he probably got like some shit laced. It was like a fucking human finger or something laced with the fucking cocaine shit or whatever.
Yep.
And it was, yeah, it caused a fucking heart attack or whatever. It was like laced with like fucking rat poison or something and it killed him. And like, yeah, fucking he had to eat it because he likes to do that.
Herbert West pretends to be Howard Phillip and escapes in the medical van.
Yeah. Laura's head starts laughing.
The SWAT
comes in.
The SWAT comes in and it's like they find Howard like, "Sir, are you okay?" And then they find the decapitated body and the severed head, and they're like, "Holy shit! Killed fucking Ken on the ground!" And then they pull up the head. The head starts laughing, and then he has a mental breakdown. His mind's just gone now, and he starts laughing.
Well, because it's like actually Laurie too. Like it's actually Laura, like talking to him and laughing because of like everything I guess that they went through. They just fucking they just suddenly had like a moment of realization that's like, oh my god, we're both fucked up.
Yep. And then we see Herbert just walking off into the sunset in his iconic fucking white dress shirt and black tie.
Yeah, he tosses the eyeball,
and the eyeball looks at you, and the eyeball looked at me.
The eyeball laughed. The baby eyeball looked at me, and the baby eyeball smiled, and then the baby eyeball laughed, and then the movie's over.
And that was Beyond Reanimator. It was the end for 19 years. It kind of spun off. It's what spun off into the comic book.
Yeah. I haven't read the comic.
Neither have I, but I've heard good things. I've technically read a few issues.
Okay.
Because there was Army of Darkness versus Reanimator.
Oh, that was like.
And that's collected in the first volume of the Army of Darkness omnibus.
Okay.
And that was fucking great, and confirmed that the Necronomicon Ex Mortis from Evil Dead is a Necronomicon written by the Mad Arab Abdul Al-Hazalad in the Cthulhu mythos.
Of course it is.
So that was really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Of course it is.
And that's fun. I like that.
Yeah. Like that should be like an obvious thing. Like I'm pretty damn sure like that's damn Skippy in terms of like how everything in Evil Dead and
well, I mean, even going back to the first movie, legend has it was written by the old ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Not the great old ones. Step below them, just the normally old ones.
Exactly.
But this was fun. This was
great effects, honestly.
I was surprised. I was, because this is like a 2003 sequel. The Bride of Reanimator was in when was Bride of Reanimator?
98 probably.
I think a little earlier. I'm checking now.
96. I'm gonna say 96 to 98. One of those two.
What is this?
What is this?
There's another Reanimator movie from 2017 that doesn't have Jeffrey Combs. Because I think it's...
Came out after this?
Yeah, I think it's a Ford movie. It's just called Herbert West Reanimator.
Interesting. Are we watching that?
Well, potentially.
Okay.
But, point is, Bride of Reanimator, 1990. Exactly 13 years before this one. So yeah, this is a sequel after 13 years and nothing. I wasn't expecting it to be this fun.
Yeah, because I think they realized that it's like, we have these characters.
I was expecting at least a few of the effects to be cheap CGI.
Some of it, I think, could have been, yeah.
Well, like him, the torso thing, probably. But, or like CGI assisted, fair enough.
Maybe.
For the torso.
Yeah. But it's mostly practical.
It was really fun.
And honestly, this is the type of movie that's like, yeah, they had the characters and the setup.
I think
I
prefer it to Bride of Reanimator.
Tools. This is better than Bride of Reanimator.
I still prefer the original Reanimator.
Yeah. No, but this is better than Bride of Reanimator.
It's better than Bride of Reanimator, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Because like Bride of Reanimator is just like, okay, yeah, they're in a college. Like the later scenes are better. I think because, like, it's just, like, yeah, like, the amalgamation of, like, fucking random body parts on the dead and whatever, like, that's a cool concept. I do really like that, and even, like, first one had some stuff like that, and it was a better movie because of it.
But the first one was just something so fucking new.
Yeah, of course. That's for sure, but this is, like, it has a better, I want to say, like, setting and setup than like, the second one did.
Yeah.
And it's, like, also, like, just a lot of like good effects.
A lot of good effects.
A lot of good, like, character, you know, like emphasis on character. It's really like it's a good like sort of melange of just like really good things all working together, just like really good effects, characters, writing, like it's a lot of good little things, like all around, and it makes it a really good movie.
It's on Tubi. It's on Tubi.
Yeah, this is at the very least a strong 7.
Go check it. I highly. It's free.
Yeah.
There are ads. Probably won't be too bad unless you get the devil ad, but hopefully you won't get the devil ad. It's the Judge Beauty ad by ELF.
Oh yeah,
Beauty. I fucking hate that commercial so much.
So
but if you don't get that, it should be an easy watch. I recommend checking it out. It's a fun movie. I give it a solid 7 too.
Yeah, if original Reanimator was a 10, which it is.
Yeah, it's a 10 for me too. Yeah.
And like Reanimator 2 is like a 5 at least. This is like a strong 7 or an 8 even. Like if you really really like it, it's at least a solid 8.5.
Yeah.
Like 8.5, something like that. If
but
you really do like it.
Next week,
yeah,
we're going back to a little group we haven't checked back in on for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any in all of this season.
It's long awaited.
We're taking a look at another trauma film.
It is
a potentially extremely racist trauma film.
Yeah, it's starring Mickey Rourke.
Is it?
Yeah, Mickey Rooney. Sorry.
Oh dear. But well,
you know what that implies.
Let's just say it's about a New York cop and Japanese theater. See you next week.
Bye bye, everybody.